Just about ready to get going here in Hamburg. You looking forward to this one, Andy? Kick off. A fantastic take, rising high in the air from Great Britain, and they're straight into attack from the depths of their own half. Ross McCann putting the gas on, and we know he can do that. A fantastic counter, Ruck.
Yeah, that's Ryan Godsmark did that counter ruck. He'll up against a fellow Scotsman there. You definitely have a point to prove.
And Belgium managing to put a couple of phases together here. Can they make some territory gains here? Can they make themselves dangerous? Looks like a very well organized attack, defense right now. Now, I always say work rate is everything in defense. You can see that from Britain right now, working very hard, putting the pressure on. That looked like a knock-on to me. It's just been missed.
Yes, the officials not really working together. It was quite clear, it thought. I think the referee did look at the assistant, but decided against it. But it was right in front of us, and I think we're clear.
Give me a whistle, mate. Unfortunately, Belgium then not able to capitalize. And Britain will have to attack from deep once more. Yes. Both teams struggling to get the continuity in here and keep possession, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a fast start to the game. You know, it's very hectic. They're just finding their feet, just like the start of the women's tournament. The teams are just finding their lungs in this heat and just slowly getting into it. You know, a couple of silly little mistakes, but I'm sure it will calm down in the next couple of minutes.
Now, Andy, I know you're a big fan of this Great Britain team. Who are you really looking forward to seeing today?
Oh, you just mentioned one there with McCann. I really like him, watched him over the last couple of seasons. And then there's a young lad, Aaron Purewall, on the bench as well. I was lucky enough to coach him a number of years ago, but he's come up to a much higher level than I coached him to, that's for sure. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes on off the bench.
That is great, fantastic. Look at that. It's a sign of a good coach, isn't it, when the players outgrow you?
I'm standing at 5'9" tall, so most players outgrow me quite quickly.
And the British fans seem to have turned up as well in force. I'm seeing a Union Jack in the crowd. But the Belgians really are the fans' favourites today. They are loud. Quick penalty. Going wide again. There are gaps there. They're moving the ball nicely. A little bit hectic, maybe. You feel if they could just bring a little bit more structure into this game, that Belgium really do have the upper hand right now. A lovely interchange, great support lines, and so painfully close to being the first try of the day, and there it is. Dots it down in the corner.
As you said, a really good work rate there from Belgium. You know, they put pressure on the tight side, made the GB defence drop back again, and kept pushing them backwards, just waiting to find that defender on the back foot, and wrong-footed him with a 2-on-1 option, went himself and dotted down in the corner. Nice little try.
Absolutely, that was one we could all enjoy here. The Belgian fans are delighted, and who can blame them? And an excellent conversion to boot. So, Belgium take an early lead in this game, 7-0. 4.5 minutes still to play in this half. This wasn't how a lot of people would have written the script. And that kick has just gone too far, straight into touch, so we'll go right back to the middle of the pitch for a free kick. to Great Britain, and they seem to have signalled the scrum already.
Yeah, they want to open up both sides and attack without the Belgians knowing where they're going. I expect to see a split here. One player left, one player right, and the 6 in the standoff position will decide which side he goes.
Yeah, and with pace to burn like Britain have, who can blame them? Open up both options, create a lot of space. And they're going left. Confuses the defender, splits them in half. And Britain will have a kick to level this game up.
Yeah, Ian, there was a bit of bad decision-making by Belgium in defence there. The winger sat back. He just didn't know what to do, caught flat-footed, on his heels. And then GB just attacked that channel in the middle and just the pace took him through. I don't think he even got to full sprint.
Well, that's the advantage of this midfield scrum, isn't it? You ask those questions of the defence. As soon as you start asking questions, then they might make bad decisions. That's exactly what happened in this situation. And it looks easy, but you still got to score it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not easy in this heat and with the pace of other players around as well. But as you said, it made it look easy, and that's the main thing. They got over and through.
So with 30 seconds left to play, can one team score and take the lead going into the half-time? That is just won by Belgium, deep in their own half. I would not be surprised to see them play down the clock here, but they might not have to. That's a tackle now, he'll be forced to release, and he has. Moving the ball nicely, but no real go forward as of yet. Well, despite his sticky paws, he has lost the ball. It's another penalty for Great Britain. The penalties are mounting against Belgium now. Discipline is not looking good, and that can cost you as well. Oh. Beautiful footwork to shift onto that outside shoulder and just slide by.
Yeah, poor option indeed.
Great Britain kicking off again. Belgium receiving. Who can capitalise? Who can take the lead? Now that is quite clearly been taken in the air. Very interesting to see what the referee decides. It's a yellow card. No serious danger here, but it is foul play. He'll be off the pitch for 2 minutes. And Great Britain will have to defend, first of all, with 6 men.
Yeah, a bit of a silly one from Aaron Purewell there. Just jumping up with no intent to go for the ball. Accidental collision in the air, possibly. But you just can't do that at this level.
Well, he's just come onto the pitch. He's been raring to go and maybe a little bit overly motivated.
Typical that Glaswegian, gets a bit excited, wants to get into the tough stuff straight away.
That has given Belgium the chance again to open this up again. Moving the ball as they do. Oh, yeah. Creating real pressure now on Great Britain, but the defence holds well. And they have got that all-important turnover. Almost feels as good as scoring a try when you get one of them right.
I wouldn't know, Ian. I've never scored any tries.
Well, I'm just pretending because I'm not known for my turnovers. And there's one for Belgium. And can they go the length? They've got an overlap here on the short side. Can they get those support lines working again? Beautiful inside step, gets the hands free. It is end-to-end stuff here. There's so much space. You feel they have to score here. A little bit off the ball stuff going on there. No one saw it. It's a try. Belgium are right back in it, Andy.
Yeah, fantastic defensive score there. You know, they got the turnover in their own 22. They got the ball quickly, moved it to the outside, attacked down the space, drawn pass, just like we all coach. Drawn pass, get some speed on it, and then support. So well done to Belgium, and a very well-deserved score.
Oh, nothing better than when you see these simple things done well. Now this kick is all important because this will level up the game, putting real pressure on Great Britain. But he's missed it.
It's a shame that Ryan Godsmark missed that one. He was playing in Amsterdam for Susie Saloon. There was a couple of the New Zealand pro boys playing, so Carter and Ioane, and he learned a lot from them, I'm pretty sure, in winning that tournament, and he was kicking that day and not a lot went by, so a bit disappointing, but hopefully they'll come back to that a little bit stronger with this kickoff and not put this one straight out.
So still plenty of time to go, so you will be disappointed, but there's only 2 points. Good chase at the kickoff, they're holding him up. As soon as he gets that knee down, the tacklers must release, and they've got the counter ruck as well. And it looks like they're over. Has he got it grounded? He certainly has. Belgium really turning the screw here.
Yeah, as you say, get the turnover, and then it was just pace and power. There was a bit of 15s rugby to that one, I would say. None of the French flair that they're used to. It's just pure grit. Drive that ball through. Drive over the line.
Can you keep on walking, please?
I think we'll see Pure Walk back on now as well after a 2-minute rest.
So can your man hit his kick this time? Unfortunately not. But Belgium have the lead. It's 3 points difference. So that's not really changed much by missing this kick. Great Britain still need to try, if they are to win it.
Just watching the replay there, you see the power. 2 tacklers coming on to the attacker, but still he managed to drop his legs, pump the legs, and get over that line.
And a deep kickoff, a change in strategy. They have the lead and they want to keep it. That is risky with 3 minutes left on the clock. But it's another good breakdown decision. Oh, how upsetting for him. He'll be really upset. Thought he's got his timing perfect and he's just knocked it on the ground. But the Belgium really, really turning the screw at the breakdown now. The players a nice opportunity to breathe, and we're enjoying the opportunity in the commentary box as well.
Sit.
Big scrum from Belgium, but Britain survive it. First stretching that defence with a nice wide attacking play. But that is a good defensive set from Belgium. They are giving themselves the very best chance of taking this victory.
Yeah, a bit of hesitation there when we picked up and off the tail of that ruck there. Didn't pass it, thought about going up the blind side, and then just stood there in Belgium. They just attacked. A bit like the French did when we were watching them play, the French women. With their power at that breakdown, they just drove through, lifted them into touch. So well played, Belgium.
Well, when it opens up, and that might very well be the game decider for Belgium. A little bit of an upset, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Belgium, they're a very, very good team, a very good sevens team. They've got guys coming up from Pro 2. They've got some guys that are based in Belgium as well, so they're not shy. You know, they're a team with some flair and some power, and obviously they've been working on their set piece. But I'm just unsure where the defense there was for GB, because that lifter just came down, turned and went. There was nobody even touched them.
I think they were defending everywhere other than the ball.
Yeah, and even at the end there, you know, they went over for a little bit of a late hit, so it's getting a bit feisty out there. I like it.
Just the way it should be, isn't it?
Time back on.
So 30 seconds left on the clock. We have an 8-point lead for Belgium. By retaining this kick, they've made it almost impossible for Great Britain.
Over.
And a great transition from GB, finding the space. But again, it's that work at the breakdown that really bearing fruits.
Okay.
Again, getting a little bit niggly off ball, but we don't mind seeing that. It's a competitive sport after all.
Absolutely, contact sport. These things are going to happen, and it just shows that there's a bit of want about it. You know, they want to win. Both teams want to win.
There it is.
It's good to have that competition. You know, we've had an upset earlier with Italy, and this could be classed as an upset for Belgium. Certainly the way they're celebrating. I think it's more disappointment for Team GB rather than anything else. So well played, Belgium, on first game. Nice win.
Cracking result. I'm a new Belgium fan. I like that. Time for the next one.
Cheers.
Who we got coming up, Andy?
Cheers.
Well, that's a good question. We'll have to look at the itinerary. If only somebody had
I can see